So I don't know about in Germany, but in the Netherlands today, we are having the hugest snowstorm, and I love snow. So I think I sent you all the picture of me in the snow. Like I was out with the dogs, and I did like a little, I call it snowga. So that's my new term for the day, snowga. I just amuse myself. But it's beautiful, and it's snowing now, and I'm looking out, and it's just, I love it. So today, I thought we would do another sun salutation. And this is Surya Namaskar A, which is, there are a few versions of sun salutation. We've been doing this, the classic sun salutation, which is the one where we come into the equestrian pose where we're stretching our legs out. And we've done that quite a few times. The Surya Namaskar, we've done it too, sort of, but I've never said to you, you're doing a Surya Namaskar. So today we'll actually do it properly, and that way you can say, I know how to do a Surya Namaskar. And it's just going to be a fun flow class. So there's no real theme today. It's just like, we're going to do I know nobody can go out, so we'll try to pick up the pace a little bit to give ourselves a little bit of a workout anyway. But I just want us to have some fun on a Sunday. And if anything is, Bettina, always be careful of your arm. I don't, some of these, just always be cautious. I don't want to do anything that's going to harm your shoulder. So let's close our eyes. We're going to get started. As we do, bring yourself to your mat. As I always say, this is the centering piece of the practice where we're just trying to leave our minds for a little bit of time and come within with our awareness. So sometimes it's nice to think about how amazing our bodies are, because all they do every second of every minute of every hour, every day, is to keep us alive and as healthy as they can. And because they work so well, we often take them for granted. And we don't appreciate how incredibly complicated our systems are. So I want you just to think about that as you scan from the top of your head all the way down to your neck and shoulders, chest and arms, your fingers, your tummies, your hips, your legs and your knees, all the way down to your feet. And if you can, feel a sense of gratitude for how amazing you are, because you are. Just take a few breaths. Calm your mind. So now we're going to start with a little bit of Nadi Shodhana that we've done before. So if you just want to open your eyes for a minute and remember how we put our fingers together. So we're taking our two fingers, we're placing them, our forefinger, our first and second finger, we're placing them in between our eyes. Thumb comes to the right side of your nostril. Last two fingers come to the left side of your nostril, and we're going to start Nadi Shodhana here. So take a deep inhale and exhale. Inhale Exhale. Now inhale. Plug your right nostril. Exhale through your left. Inhale left. Plug left nostril. Exhale right. Inhale right. Plug right nostril. Exhale left. Inhale left. Plug left nostril. Exhale right. Now I'm going to count this time. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath. 1, 2. Switch nostrils. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath. 1, 2. Plug left. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath. 1, 2. Plug your right nostril. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath. 1, 2. Plug your left. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. Inhale right. 1, 2. Hold your breath. 1, 2. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath. 1, 2. Switch. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. Hands down to your knees. Open your eyes. Roll your shoulders. Nice. From here, we're going to do a little warm up on the mat, on our hands and knees like we normally do. Then we're going to do some moon squats. Then we're going to start our sun salutation. And then we're going to just play around with our sun salutation and do some nice flows. I'm going to take my little doggy and I'm going to put her in her bed. Come on, Maddie. Here, eat, baby. Okay, come on to all fours. Cat cow. We always do this nice warm up series. So inhale, your tailbone lifts, shoulders come back, you're looking up. Exhale, ground your spine, look down to the mat, tuck it. Inhale, raise your tailbone, lift your shoulders back, look up. Exhale, round your spine, look down. 3 more. Inhale, curl it and look up. Exhale, round and look down. 2 more. Inhale, arch your spine, look up. Exhale, round your spine, look down. Let's do 1 more. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round and look down. Perfect. Come back to center. Let's do balancing table. Inhale, right arm comes up, left leg comes back. Right hand's facing towards the left, back foot is flexed. We're holding for 4 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, release it down. We're coming on the other side. Inhale, left arm comes up, right leg comes back. Left hand is facing to the right, back foot is flexed. We're going to count 4 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Let's return it down. We're going to do our thread the needles. So inhale, right arm comes up. Twist, twist. Look up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hand under your chest and land on your right shoulder. Let your head fall to the mat. Hold here for 4 nice breaths. 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Inhale back up. Look up. Exhale, return it down. Inhale, left arm comes up. Twist, twist. Look up. Exhale, thread it on through. Come down on your left shoulder and lie your left ear on the mat. Feel a stretch in your spine. Take 4 breaths. Very nice. Inhale, left arm rises back up to the sky. Look up. Exhale, return it down. Very good. From here, take an inhale. As you exhale, just start bringing your hips back towards your heels. We're coming into child's pose and walk your hands out as far in front of you as you can. Dig your fingers into the mat and pull here for a nice stretch in your spine, especially your lower spine. You can drop your head to the mat and relax. Take a few breaths here before we get started properly. Lovely. Inhale, come back to all fours. As you exhale, tuck your toes. We're pushing ourselves up and downward facing dog. Maybe pedal out your feet here. If your spine is curved, just bend your knees. Nice stretch out here. Just do a little free flow here, whatever feels nice. If you just want to stretch your spine out and come back and forward. This is all whatever feels good today in the snowy day and Shaveninga. Sorry, Queen Caroline, my pronunciation's never going to get better. Perfect. Okay, inhale, walk your feet to your hands. Do a little halfway lift here. Spine is straight, back is flat. Exhale, fold it down. Again, my hamstrings are always really tight in the beginning of every class. I always bend my knees to start. And as the class goes on, it gets a little bit looser and I'm able to straighten my knees. But the important thing here again is just that your spine is not rounded too much. Now let's lift our arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to namaste in front of your chest. Now from here, we're going to do 3 sets of 5 moon squats. So I want you just to take your feet wide on the mat. Your toes should be facing out. I want you just to inhale. As you exhale, just start squatting down. So we're just squatting down. Place your hands on the mat. Just get this feeling because we're going to come into a few of these little squats. So let's get comfortable in our squat pose. When we start the moon squats, we're going to come up as we did before and raise our arms to the sky. So inhale, raise your arms up to the sky. Look up, big breath, big stretch. As you exhale, curl your fingers, cross your arms over each other and tuck it in. Very nice. Inhale, number 2, up to the sky. Exhale, cross your arms, bring it down. Inhale, come back up to the sky. Look up and stretch. Exhale, cross your arms. Your fingers are tucked. Come on down. 2 more. Inhale up to sky. Exhale, down we squat. 1 more. Come on up. Inhale. Exhale. Perfect. Hold here. Just place your hands on the mat. Maybe just rock your hips side to side. We're going to do 2 more sets of those. This time we're going to pick up the pace a little bit just to get our hearts pumping. Since we aren't able, at least in the Netherlands, to go out today. It's snow, snow, snow. Here we go. We're going to go a little bit faster. Here we go. Inhale up to sky. Exhale, curl it down. 2, inhale up to sky. Exhale, cross your arms, tuck it in, down we go. 2, inhale up to sky. Exhale, cross it down. 3, inhale up to sky. Exhale, cross it down, squat, squat. 4, 1 more, inhale. Exhale, bring it down. Very nice. Hands to mat, side to side. We're going to do that 1 more time, 5 times. Get ready. Here we go. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, cross your arms and squat. 1. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, cross your arms, squat it down. 2. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, cross your arms, come down. 3. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, cross your arms. 4. 1 more. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, perfect. Now, I'm breathing a little bit heavy. I hope you all are breathing a little bit heavy. So from here, just come on back up to standing. And we're going to start our Surya Namaskar A. And what I'm going to do is just show you the poses. We've done all these poses before, but I haven't really told you that we were doing a Surya Namaskar A. First pose, mountain pose. In this mountain pose, your legs are very strong. You feel like you're holding a block in between your thighs. If you're doing a proper mountain pose, I'm holding the block. I'm squeezing the block in my thighs. I have a belt around my legs, and at the same time that I'm squeezing that block in between my thighs, I'm pushing out on my belt. That's what our legs are doing. They're squeezing, but yet they're pushing out, and that is a proper mountain pose. So, you know, we do this a lot, and we always come back in a mountain pose. When we're in this mountain pose, you're squeezing, you're pulling out. The legs need to be engaged. Your abdominals need to be pulled in. Your chest needs to be lifted. Your shoulders are down. It's a really engaged pose. We're not just standing here waiting for the next pose. We're in a very strong, nice mountain pose. It's called Tadasana in Sanskrit. It's a very important pose. So we're starting here. When we do our Surya Namaskar, the standard one, we come from here and then we come back into a little back bend. The Sun Salutations A is a little bit different in that we come into what's called an upward salute. So from our strong base mountain pose, we lift our arms to the sky, straight up. Hands come into prayer position, and you just look up at your thumbs. So there's no real back bend here. You're just in a nice, straight, extended position, and you're looking up at your thumbs. This is your upward salute pose. And from here, we're just going to fold it down like we normally do into our forward fold. From here, we inhale, halfway lift. And what I want you to do from your halfway lift, just step yourself back all the way into our chaturanga or our push-up pose. And remember the class that we did? And for the push-up pose, you're in your plank. You use your feet, you push yourself forward, 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 then you come into a push-up. So again, your elbow needs to be stacked over your wrist. So the way to really remember to do that is to, when you're in plank, don't just come down like this because you're just bringing your elbows back. We don't want to bring our elbows back. We want to bring our bodies forward and then come back down into chaturanga. Then we're going to push up into our upward facing dog. So this is like our cobra, remember, but our knees are off the mat. This is upward facing dog. And then we just tuck our toes,
Come back into downward facing dog. Very nice. In a sun salutation A, we would stay here in our downward facing dog, sometimes for as much as 5 breaths, but we'll do 2 this time. And now from here, just get up on your toes and then bend your knees and take a little hop to the top of your mat. Into a halfway lift again. So you're coming up into your flat back. If you want, your hands could be on your shins. Then you exhale back into your forward fold. Inhale, raise your arms to the sky. Don't back bend, just come back into your upward salute. Hands are coming together in prayer. You're looking up at your thumbs. Exhale back into Tadasana, mountain pose. And that, my dears, is a sun salutation, A. And it's fun because when we get it, we'll do it fast and you'll see how difficult it is to do when you're flowing, because you're meant to do one breath, one move, one breath, one move. So we're going to do it one more time, kind of slowly. Then we're going to pick it up for a couple times. And then when we have it, we're going to add some other poses to it. And that's what a proper flow class or Vinyasa class really is all about. You start with a base, normally a sun salutation or a standard sun salutation, and then you add a warrior 1, you add a warrior 2, you do a triangle, you do all these different poses in the flow, which is all based on this sun salutation. So here we go. We're going to do this sun salutation, this time a little slow, but faster than before, and then we'll do it one more time really fast and see how we go. Inhale, arms to sky, upward salute, hands are in prayer, you're looking at your thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands are on shins. Exhale, step back into a push-up or chaturanga. Remember, push yourself forward, come down, elbows are stacked over your wrist. Inhale, come up, chest is lifted into upward facing dog. Exhale, bring it down into downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Come up on your toes, bend your knees, and push yourself into a little hop to the top of the mat. To a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms to sky, upward salute, no back bend, hands are in prayer, you're looking at your thumbs. Exhale, down into mountain pose, strong legs, really engaged, abdominals are lifted toward the spine, shoulders are down. We're going to go fast this time. We're going to do 2 quick ones. Here we go. Inhale, arms to sky, upward salute. Exhale, down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come back into your chaturanga or your push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Inhale, hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms to sky. Come into your upward salute. Look at your thumbs. Exhale, come back into mountain pose. We're going again. Inhale, arms to skies, upward salute. Exhale, come down into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come back into your chaturanga or your push-up. Inhale, come into upward facing dog. Exhale, come into downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Inhale, take a little hop to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift your arms to the sky. Upward salute, hands in prayer. Look at your thumbs. Exhale, come down into mountain pose. Strong legs, abdominals engaged. We'll do it just one more time. Inhale, arms to sky. Upward salute. Look at your thumbs. Exhale, fold on down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come down into a push-up, chaturanga danasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, look at the sky. Exhale, downward facing dog, hold for 2 breaths. Inhale, take a little hop to the top of the mat. Do your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise your arms to the sky. No back bend. Just put your hands in prayer. Look at your thumbs. Exhale, down, mountain pose. Beautiful, everybody. That was nice. Now, whoever says yoga is not exercise should do a few of these. Maybe do 10 of those really fast and then tell me if your heart's beating or not. So what we're going to do now, we're not going to do the sun salutation that fast. We're going to use it, but we're going to add some things to it and have a little fun. So we're just going to do a fun little flow. I'm going to incorporate a couple of low lunges. I'm going to do maybe a side plank. We're just going to do some fun things. So inhale slowly, arms up to sky, upward salute. Exhale, come down into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into chaturanga or your little push up here. Remember to push yourself forward. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. From this downward facing dog, we're going to come into a couple of low lunges. Inhale, bring your right leg to the sky. Exhale, right foot in between your hands. Drop your back knee. Come up into an upward, really nice low lunge. Raise your arms to the sky. Look up, we're in a low lunge. Just hold this for 2 breaths. Take an inhale, look up. Exhale, return your hands to either side of your front foot. Take an inhale. Exhale, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, bring your left hand in between your foot. Drop your back knee and tuck your back toe. Lift your arms to the sky. We're in our low lunge. Hold here for 2 breaths. Inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands down to either side of your foot. Bring yourself back into downward facing dog. Hold here for 1 breath. On the next inhale, do a little hop up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands in front of your chest. Really nice. Close your eyes. Take 2 or 3 breaths. We're going to start our next round. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, bring yourself down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come back into chaturanga, little push up. Inhale, come up into upward facing dog. Exhale, come into downward facing dog. From here, I just want you to inhale, hop yourself back up to the top of the mat. From here, I want you to bring your right leg back, so you're in a lunge. Plant your right hand on the mat beside your left foot and lift your left arm to the sky. We're turning over to the side. So I'm facing right now the left side and I'm looking up. So we're in a little side lunge here. From here, I just want you to start bringing your left arm down, 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 and kind of roll onto the blade of your back foot so that you're coming into a little lizard here. You're on your blade of your back foot. You're in your lizard. So this is hip opening here. Your arm can be on your waist now. And if you want a little challenge from here, this is all just to be fun. You can either do one of 2 things. You can just walk your left foot back to the middle and hold in kind of a side plank here. Or if you want a little challenge, Bettina, be careful with your shoulder on these. Just step your foot back and come into a little side plank. Bettina, don't do this with your shoulder, but Kuhn and Caroline, if you can. And from here, just come back into your plank, a normal plank, and then back in a downward facing dog. So we haven't done that one before. It's a fun one. It's a little bit different. We're going to do that on the other side. 2 breaths here. Inhale, take a little hop to the top of the mat. Here, take an inhale. Exhale, this time bring your left foot back into a lunge. Plant your left hand on the mat and just raise your right arm to the sky. Twist, twist, twist. Feel the twist here. But Tina, I want you to stay here. I don't think you should do the side plank unless you feel you can. So if you want a little challenge, like I said, you can roll yourself onto the blade of your left foot and come into a little lizard here so that you're feeling a stretch in your right hip. Keep your arm to the sky if you want. And then just bring your hand down to your waist. And you can walk your right foot back into a nice side plank. If you want a challenge, I'll not do it this time. You can bring your right foot all the way back into side plank. Very nice. Inhale. Exhale, bring yourself back into a normal plank pose. And then exhale, come back in downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. So I'm trying to get your heart rate up a little bit today, just because I don't think we can do a ton of exercise outside. From here, inhale, take a little hop all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands in namaste in front of your chest. Really nice. Okay. We did a lot of work there, so what I want to do now is just drop your hands down. We're back into mountain pose. Your legs are really strong. You're squeezing your block between your thighs. You're pulling with your legs against that imaginary belt that's around them, but your legs are really strong. Your chest is lifted, your abdominals are engaged and pushing back towards your spine. Shoulders are away from your ears. This is a really nice, strong mountain pose. And from here, we're going to inhale. We're just going to bring ourselves back into chair pose. We've done this one before. So you just sit back as if you're in an imaginary chair. You don't have to bend down too far. You want your knees to be behind your toes so that you can still see them. And for a little challenge, we're going to hold this chair pose for 5 great big breaths. So inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Your quadriceps should be burning a little bit. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Come on down into a forward fold. Really nice. Now in this forward fold, I just want you to grab your elbows and hang here and just relax for 2 or 3 breaths. Just give yourself a little break. Feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings. Let that go. On the next exhale, plant your hands on the mat. Bring yourself back into chaturanga. So we're coming back into our little push-up here. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So from here, we're going to do one more series from a warrior 2 this time. And then that will be it for our standing poses, and we'll come down to the mat for some floor work. So here we go. Inhale, right arm comes to sky. Exhale, right foot comes in between your hands. Ground your back foot in a 90-degree angle. Windmill your arms around. We're coming into our warrior 2. And again, I said this, sorry for repeating so many times, but I think when I drum this into everybody's head, knee is over ankle, shoulders are down. Your abdominals are engaged, lifted towards your spine. Chest is lifted. You're facing and your drishti or your gaze is over your middle finger. Back arm and leg are very strong. Warrior two. So I want you to inhale, reverse your warrior. Take your left hand onto your left leg. Raise your right arm to the sky and look up. Hold here, 2 breaths. One more inhale. As you exhale, just start coming down at your extended side angle. Your front knee stays bent, your elbow lands on your front knee, and then you just bring your left arm overhead to an angle so that you're practically looking underneath your armpit here. We're going to hold here, 2 breaths. Inhale, windmill around, back into your warrior two. 2 breaths here. On the next inhale, feel that string pulling, pulling, pulling your left hip back, back, back. Then you're coming into triangle, so you're falling forward. Your hand either lands on your leg or on the mat. Your left arm just comes straight up to the sky. You're in triangle pose here, so both legs are straight. You're looking up at your top arm. You can see your thumb, your chest is lifted. You're in triangle pose. You're going to hold here for 2 breaths. Very good. Windmill back around. We're coming back into warrior two. Take a breath. Now just swing your arms around to the mat, either side of your front foot, and then just step back into downward facing dog. We've done the right side now. That was a nice warrior two series. We're back into downward facing dog. Take some recovering big breaths here. Lovely, here we go. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, left foot in between your hands. Ground your back foot. Windmill your arms around. Here we go. Now we're in warrior two. You know the pose. I won't go through it again. Take a breath. Inhale, bring your right arm all the way down, touching your right leg. Take your left arm to the sky. Look up, look up. Stretch it out. Hold here for 2 breaths. Strong legs. Beautiful. Inhale. As you exhale, come down into your extended side angle. Your left elbow touches your left knee. Your right arm goes over your head. You're looking under your armpit. Nice 90-degree angle with your front leg. Hold here for 2 breaths. Inhale, swing it back around to warrior two. Next inhale, feel that string pulling, pulling, pulling your right hip back. Your front leg starts to straighten. And you start just coming down into your triangle pose. Your right arm lifts to the sky and you look up at your hand. You're twisting your chest towards your top hand. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale, move yourself back into warrior two. Now, as you exhale, swing your arms around to either side of your front foot and step back into downward facing dog. Really, really nice. 2 breaths here. Wonderful. From here, I just want you to come into a plank pose. And then just slowly, slowly, slowly lift yourself down to the mat. Very nice. So from here, we're going to come into our locust pose. So just slowly, you can either lift your arms in front of you or behind you. But what we're doing is we're going to lift our arms and our legs off the mat like a little bug. And we can feel that stretch in our spine, and we're putting pressure and strength in our abdominals to hold ourselves here. Take a couple breaths here. Great. Next exhale, just drop your left ear to the mat and rest. On the next inhale, I want you to grab the inside of your back feet with your hands. We're going to come into bow pose. So you're holding onto your feet, and then you're just going to lift your legs, and your chest is going to come off the mat. Your legs are off the mat. You've got hold of your feet. We're looking forward in bow pose. We're going to hold this for 4 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. This time bring your right ear to the mat. Take a couple of breaths here. I'm going to do that one more time. Inhale, grab your feet again. Lift your feet off the mat. Hold your chest forward. Just going to pull this time only for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, drop it down. This time left ear comes to the mat. Your feet are on the mat. Everything's just dropped down. You're just lying on your tummy now. Hold here for 2 breaths. Take a rest. Great. Now all I want you to do is come back. We're going to come into wide angle child's pose. So bring your knees towards the sides of your mat and just start bringing your hips back towards your ankles, and lie your forehead on the mat. Hold here in this wide stance child's pose for a few breaths. Take a break. That was a really fast-paced little vinyasa we did there. I hope your heart rate got up a little bit. Just let it all go now. Whatever that brought up, just acknowledge it and let it go. Beautiful. I want you to come into all fours and just cross your feet over each other and bring yourself back into a seated position. Bring your legs out in front of you in staff pose. So this pose is kind of like our mountain pose or our Tadasana that we did in the very beginning. And what I mean by that is that we're not just sitting here with our legs out in front of us. Our legs are very much engaged again. So they're strong. Our spine is straight. Our abdominals are in. Our legs are engaged. And from here, all I want you to do is just start to bend your right leg and maybe bring your foot on the side of your left knee. And then I just want you to inhale, lift your arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, just start turning yourself to the right side. Maybe grab hold of your right knee and just twist around. Nice twist here. Hold the twist for 4 breaths. Inhale, come back to center. Drop your right leg down by your left. You're back into your staff pose. Inhale, left knee bends. Left foot comes beside your knee. Take a little inhale up. Maybe lift your right arm to the sky. As you exhale, just start turning yourself over to the left. Just twist your spine out here. Feel that release in your lower back. You can hold on to your knee. You can bring your elbow on the outside of your knee. This is all about whatever feels the best and however you get the best stretch in the pose. So I'll leave that up to you. A few options here. Hold here. Twists are really good for our organs because they're like a sponge. And if you know a sponge, like when you squeeze a sponge in water, it sucks up all the water. or sorry, when you put a sponge in water, it sucks up all the water. And when you squeeze it, it lets it all go. And our organs are the same. So when we're doing these twists, it's almost like we're squeezing our sponge and releasing toxins. And it's just really good for us. Inhale, come back to center. Drop your left leg, shake out your legs. Okay, from here, we're going to do a couple little forward folds. So first, I just want you to this time bring your right foot onto the inside of your left inner thigh. We're going to do a nice little stretch for our hamstrings here. If you have a belt handy, maybe grab a belt. If you don't, that's okay too. You can just hold onto your leg or put your hands on either side of your leg on the mat. But the important thing is when you inhale, lift your arms to the sky and make sure your spine is lifted so that you think, okay, I've got a really nice straight spine. My back is straight. As you exhale, just start folding forward. Only come forward as far as you can without feeling that your spine is starting to curl. You want your spine to be nice and straight here. A little bit of a curl is okay, but nothing too much. And just come down till you feel a stretch in your hamstrings on the right side. We're going to hold here for 5 breaths. Just feel comfortable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Start walking your fingers back up. Bring your right foot and leg to meet your left leg. We're back in staff pose with our strong legs. We're sitting in a nice straight position. Our feet are flexed. Just hold here. It feels a simple thing to do, just sit here like this. But for some people, this is a really hard pose. If your hamstrings are really tight, it's hard to sit in this type of pose without bending your back like this. So sometimes it's good just to sit in a pose like this for a few minutes, just to practice keeping your spine straight. But we sit so often in chairs that give our back support, and we often sit really badly in them. So it's really good sometimes to sit and make your body support your spine by itself. I just sit like this for 2 or 3 more breaths. I just want you to just scan your body, see how you're feeling sitting here. Because again, this is simple. This is just sitting. But if your body is kind of like, ooh, I don't like this in some area, that just means that you need to do it more often because you're sitting and you're not putting enough of the, I suppose, of the weight of the pose or this position on your own body. You're relying too much on other things. Okay, take an inhale. As you exhale, bring your feet together. We're going to come into bound angle pose. Again, sitting nice and straight. Spine is curled. We just need a blanket underneath our sit bones. Grab hold of your ankles. Pull your chest forward. Take 3 breaths here. This should help from our seated position because we were sitting, making our back bear the brunt of that staff pose. Now, we're just pulling our chest forward to get a little release in our spine. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, just start moving yourself forward. Nothing major, just feel a groin stretch here. I don't want a ton of pressure on your back. Just come down as far as you feel comfortable. We're going to hold here for 4 breaths. Relax your neck, relax your head. Two. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Perfect. Just start walking yourself back up. We're sitting with a nice straight spine. Grab hold of your feet. Pull, pull. Big breath in. We're nearly finished with the class. We're coming in the home stretch now. So inhale, bring your feet back out in front of you into your staff pose. So sometimes when we're not practicing, just to support your spine, it's nice to sometimes just cross your legs on the floor, even if you're watching TV or something, and just sit like that for 10 minutes just to, again, get your body used to and your spine used to taking the weight, being able to sit up straight, not having a chair behind you. This is all really, really good. For a long time when I was trying to meditate, I couldn't sit in a cross-legged position. My back was not ready for that. So it took me a long time of practice before I could just sit for 20 minutes in a cross-legged position without having something supporting my back. But obviously after doing it and doing, I can do that now. It's very, very important. As we get older, like I'm getting older, Coon Caroline, you're still babies, but one day, Bettina, you're still baby too. As we get older, we need to make sure our spine is healthy and that we can keep our spine straight. So just keep that in mind. I'm not trying to preach, just saying I'm an old lady. I'm allowed to do this. Okay, so take a deep inhale. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, just come on back. Here we go. Very nice. We're going to do one little pose here. And then we're going to finish with our normal Shavasana and our twist. So all I want you to do here is just raise your leg to the sky, your right one. I'm going to use my strap here, or you can use just hold on to your leg. But all we're doing is, again, another little hamstring stretch, the one we've done before. So I've got my strap. I'm pulling my straight leg towards the ceiling. My foot is flat, it's facing the ceiling, and I'm just tugging a little bit on my strap. If you don't have a strap or belt, just grab hold of your leg and pull just a little bit, nothing major. Just feel a nice stretch in your back hamstring. Again, I think I've said this before. I read that 80% of all lower back pain is created by hamstrings, tight hamstrings. So we get our hamstrings loosened up a little bit, it should help our back and our spine. Let's just take 4 more breaths here. When we're doing poses like this, just remember that when you inhale, release a little bit. When you exhale, pull into the pose a little bit more. So inhale, release. Exhale, pull it a little bit more. Inhale, and as you exhale, just drop your right foot down. We're going to do the other side. So bring your left leg to the sky. I'm going to use my little strap here. I'm holding on with my strap. I'm pulling. When I inhale, I release a little. When I exhale, I pull into the pose more. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull it a little bit more. That just gives you a little bit more of a stretch. You'll be able to, if you do it when you're exhaling, you'll be able to pull it just a little bit more than you would if you just hold it. Let's do 4 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, release it down. Come back into your lying position. Now just hug your knees into your chest. Roll side to side. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring your arms out to the sides. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring your legs over to the left side. Look over to the right. Do a little twist here. Inhale, legs come back up to center. Exhale, drop them over to the left. Look over to the, drop them over to the right. Look over to the left. It's still snowing. I can see it out the window. It's so pretty. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release your legs to the mat. Bring your arms to the sides. We're going to come into a very short 3-minute Shavasana. Close your eyes. Let your whole body just sink into the mat. Normal, relaxed breathing. And again, maybe just reflect during this Shavasana on how fascinating and wonderful your body really is. It's the only thing on this planet that's only job is to keep you going. It doesn't serve anybody else, it only serves you. So we need to show gratitude. So just scan from head to toe and see if there's any difference in the way you're feeling to the way you were feeling at the start of class. And watch your thoughts like clouds, let them come and then let them go. Okay, just start wiggling your toes and fingers. Lift your arms over your head if you want to take a nice big stretch from head to toe. I love doing that at the end of a yoga class. Just to let everything that's left go. Now roll over onto your right side after you bend your knees. Just take it over to the side. And push yourself up to seated position. Very nice. So I'll say my namaste to you all, and then I'm going to take the earphone out and just say hello because I can't hear you now. So thank you for practicing with me, and I'm going to say namaste about to you, and I'm wishing you a happy Sunday.